Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. So I told you that we were supposed to be getting a break from the hot spell, and it was going to cool down about 10 degrees. That never happened. It did cool down a few degrees, not enough to make a difference. So as you can see, this batch of lettuce of mine is starting to bolt. This lettuce is delicious. I got this as a complimentary package with my first order from M.I. Gardner, and I believe it's called the Mixed Salad Bowl, and it's really, really good. I am going to be purchasing this again. Well, I didn't purchase it the first time. I am going to be purchasing it. Anyways, as you can see, it's starting to bolt. So I'm thinking, well, what should I do about this? I could pull it all up, or I could cut it back down to maybe about a couple inches tall and just leave it and see if it will grow back for the fall. And this way I won't have to, plant fresh new seeds for fall crop. So I'm going to see if that will work. However, as you can tell over here, my freckled romaine, I don't know how well, you know what, I'm getting fuzzy again. I need a new phone, sorry. Okay, so my freckled romaine, I only found one that was bolting. The rest is fine. So I'm gonna leave this for right now. This bed of lettuce here is actually more in the shade. In the morning it gets a little sun, and then the rest of the day it's in the shade. So I think that is what's keeping it from bolting. So for right now, I'm going to leave the romaine as is, and I will cut back my mixed salad bowl. So everyone, I have to show you this. Christian's peppercini is getting its first blossoms. Out of all my pepper plants, the peppercini have been doing the best. So I'm really excited about that. So I mentioned to you guys that I'm trying to get rid of all the little seedlings, not get rid of them, but, find places for them in the yard because, it's just that time. So today I was working on some of them. Now I came across my morning glories that were left over. This one, now this morning it looked pretty because it had some blossoms on it. Right now it doesn't. We just had a rainstorm. And it started, before I could get to this one, it started climbing over here. Oh, I found a couple other ones I have too. But anyways, what I did was, I also had a couple extra sunflowers. So I replaced a couple of the ones that the chickens ate over here. I think they're big enough now. The chickens aren't going to mess with them. Please do not mind the grass. I can't keep up with the weeding. Thankfully, I have come across, I like to watch gardening videos on YouTube from other people, and thankfully I am seeing other people are having the same problem. Someone had taken, this was on Facebook in one of my gardening groups. I don't know where this person lives, but they took a picture of their garden and said, I just can't keep up with the weeds anymore. I give up. I'm like, oh, thank God it's not just me. I mean, I've never had this much trouble keeping up with weeds before. But anyways, I have a sunflower planted on the other side over there and over there. And then what I did, now some people are going to say I'm going to live to regret this, but I planted my morning glories along my little divider here. I probably won't. I mean, I might, but I probably won't live to regret it. I love beautiful things growing crazy and wild. I do. To me, that's not weeds. I mean, to me, the only and the biggest weed is, well, this. Okay, grass is the most wasteful pretentious thing anybody ever decided upon. It is. It's pretentious. And it's a waste. What's going? I saw an animal back there. I think it was a little squirrel. And it's just a waste. Every time I want to plant a new crop, I have to fight with this. Okay? I have to dig up the sod, prepare the soil, plant my crop, and then fight with this all season long. You can't do anything with grass. But everything I plant is either food or beneficial to the animals. And they bring me pollinators. You know, I don't understand this grass thing. But anyways, I probably will not regret the morning glories. They'll probably look beautiful even next year when they're all over the yard. And they will attract things I need, beautiful things, beautiful nature. So, we just had, speaking of beautiful, we just had a very beautiful storm. It came in, I thought it was going to rip things up. The weather report looked really, really scary. And when I went outside to make sure all the animals were in, it looked ominous. The wind was blowing, the thunder. So I get everybody inside. And it was a heavy rain, but it sounded beautiful. It was very relaxing. We were just sitting there enjoying it. And it's like the weather, it calmed down, but it continued to rain with quiet thunder in the background. And it was so pleasant, so beautiful. So I have this little tiny canvas I want to paint on. It's 10 by 10. So I started preparing this stretched canvas to paint on. Now that the rain's over, it is very wet. There are areas, there's a little chipmunk. There are areas of the yard that are very flooded. So I thought, I think I'll go outside and work in my greenhouse because usually it's too hot in there. But it looks like we're going to have clouds and rain for the next couple days, which means it will be bearable to work in the greenhouse. So I think I'm going to do that now before I start on dinner. It is Friday, so I will be making my famous homemade pizza. Always yummy. Sorry to brag. But I learned from the best. Learned from my mother and my aunt. Oh my God, my Aunt Rose made great pizza. And they both learned from my grandmother. So I am a professional. Anyway, so I'm going to go work in the greenhouse for a while. I'm going to plant some more seeds. Maybe for like late crops with like beans and stuff like that. I don't know. I definitely need to straighten up in there because, it's hot. When it's hot in your greenhouse and you have to put something away, you just do it real quick because you need to get out of there before you fry. And I love the sound of running water. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's coming down from the culvert. See, this is how our system works. A lot of people have ponds here. So our neighbor, a couple doors down, I think they have a pond. But there, it's like as you come down, as you head south, the land slopes because the river is back that way. So what happens is as it rains, their overflow drains, goes into the culvert and flows down to ours, and deposits in ours, and then ours flows down that way. It's really cool how that works. But anyways, I'm going to go work in my greenhouse. It was a beautiful storm. It really was. It was very relaxing. Everything feels really fresh. It's cooled down. It's very comfortable out here. Just feels good. I think it's a wonderful blessing. So, in fact, I think after I do some planting in my greenhouse, some work in there, I'll just go in and start my pizza, work on my painting. So, I think even though I don't even think it's 3 o'clock. think I'm going to end my video here. And I think I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.